Hey dear students, welcome back to e-learning platform of DS College of Commerce, Verda. I'm Assistant Professor Rajeshwari Sharma and this lecture is for the BCom 6th semester for the subject Advanced Statistics. In this subject, we are dealing with our last chapter of the last unit, that is time series analysis. Today, under this time series analysis, we are going to deal with the last method of drawing a train line, that is moving average method. So before going for the numerical of this moving average method, let's see the meaning of moving average method. So what is the meaning of average? When we talk about the average, so it the first thing that comes to our mind is that it represents certain value. It has certain value which represents the entire data, right? So it's a kind of middle value in the data which represents the entire data, which appropriately related with the entire data. So what is uh, what is the meaning of this moving average? Okay, so when we talk about this moving average, so it's not so different from the average, but the moving average is exactly same, but here the average is calculated several times from several subsets of data. So when we talk about the moving average, so it is similar to average, but here average is not being calculated only for one time. Here the average is being calculated for several number of times from several subsets of data. How that we are going to see further. Like for example, you have been given the information of the 25 years for the sales of a particular company, and you have to determine the trend of those sales. So in that case you can just use this moving average method. Okay, and generally when we talk about this moving average method, so it's used to have the long term forecasting, it's used to have the long term trend analysis. So now I hope you guys are clear with the meaning of moving average method. Now we are going to see the numerical example of moving average method. So here we have been asked to calculate 3-yearly moving average. See, moving average can be calculated for any number of years. It might be 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, or any number of years. Okay, but in our syllabus we have to see two types of problem, whereby we have to calculate 3 years 3-yearly moving average and the 5-yearly moving average. So let's go for the 3-yearly moving average first. Here we have been given data regarding the sales of a particular company, which is being represented in the millions of rupees, and we have been given this information for the 10 years. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10 years. We have been given information of the sales for the 10 years, and with the help of this information we have to calculate total moving average, 3-yearly total moving average. Okay, so let's start. First of all, for calculating moving average, we have to see when we have to calculate 3-yearly moving average, so we have to make the total of cells of 3 years. Okay, so it will be 3 plus 4 plus 8, 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 8, it comes to 15. Okay, so this total comes to 15, and this 15 needs to be written opposite of the middle value, opposite of the middle year. So which one is the middle year? 1981 is the middle year. So here we are going to write 15. Okay, here we are going to write 15. So whatever average comes for the 3 years, that needs to be returned to opposite of the middle year. Okay, how do we have got middle year? So we have added all this 3, 1980 plus 1981 plus 1982 divided by 3. So we have got 1981. That means 1981 is the middle year, and that is where this value 15, okay, is being written against the 1981. Now again we have to calculate moving average for the next 3 years. So here we are going to draw first year, and we will calculate, we will consider this 3 year, that is 1981, 1982 and 1983. Means 4 plus 8 plus 6. Okay, means 4 plus 8 plus 6, it comes to 18, and again this 18 needs to be written opposite to the middle year. So in this case, when 1981, 1982 and 1983 is being considered, so 1982 becomes middle year, and that is where we are going to write 18 opposite to this 1982. After that, we have to drop the second year, that is 1981, and now we have to compute the uh, 3 yearly total for the next 3 years, that is 1982, 1983 and 1984. So here it will become 8 plus 6 plus 7. Okay, 8 plus 8 plus 6 plus 7. It comes to 21, and this 21 needs to be returned in front of the middle value again. So when we are considering 1982, 1983 and 1984, so 1983 is going to be middle year and 21 would be returned here in front of 1983. After that, we are going to drop this 1982 and we are going to compute the 3 yearly total for this 3 years, that is 1983, 1984 and 1985. So it will be 6 plus 7 plus 11. So it becomes 24. Okay, 6 plus 7 plus 11. It becomes 24. Okay, and here in this case, when we are considering 1983, 1984 and 1985, so 1984 would be middle year. So this 24 would be returned against 1984. After that, we are going to drop this 1984 and we are going to calculate middle value for, we are going to drop this 1983 and we are going to calculate middle value for 1984, 1985 and 1986. So here it is 7 plus 11 plus 9. 7 plus 11 plus 9. So it comes to 27, and in this case this 1985 is going to be middle year. So we are going to write 27 against 1985. After that we are going to drop this 1984 and consider 1985, 1986 and 1987. So here it will become 11 plus 9 plus 10. 11 plus 9 plus 10, it comes to 30, and this 30 would be written against 1986 as it is a middle year. Okay, so here it's going to be 30. After that we are going to drop this 1985 and we will consider 1986, 1987 and 1988. So it will become 9 plus 10 plus 14. 9 plus 10 plus 14. It comes to 33. This 33 would be written against 1987 as it's going to be the middle year. Okay, so it is 33. After that we are going to drop this 1986. We will consider this 1987. We are going to drop this 1986 and we are going to consider 1987, 1988 and 1989. So it will become 10 plus 14 plus 12. It comes to 36. Okay, and this 36 would be written against 1988 as it is the middle year. 36. So this way we have computed the total of 3 yearly total from the subsets of the given data. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to calculate 3 yearly moving average. This is 3 yearly total. How do we compute average? By using the total. So total divided by number of years. Okay, total divided by number of years. So here 15 is the total. Number of years that we have considered for getting this 15 is 3. So 15 divided by 3. Okay, 15 divided by 3, it comes to 5. After that 18 divided by 3, it comes to 6. 21 divided by 3, it comes to 7. 24 divided by 3, it comes to 8. 27 divided by 3, it comes to 9. 30 divided by 3, 10. 33 divided by 3, 11. 36 divided by 3, 12. This way we have got the train. Okay, we have got the 3 yearly moving average. Now by making the use of this 3 yearly moving average, we can plot the graph. Okay, we can plot this value on the graph. So let's do it. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. This is the point of origin. Here we are representing years and here we are representing cells. Okay, so years, begin it with 1980. So it's 1980, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88 and 89. Okay, on y-axis we are going to plot the 3 yearly moving average. We're starting with 5. Okay, so let's start it with 2. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now let's plot the moving averages on the graph. So 1981, it's 5. Okay, 1981 it's going to be 5. So 1981, 5 is going to be somewhere here between 4 and 6. Okay, 1981, 5. After that, 1982, 6. 1982, 6. So it will be here 6. Okay, 6. After that, 1983, 7. 7 is going to be here somewhere between 6 and 8. So 1983, here it's 7. Okay, here it is 7. 1984, 1984 it's 8. So in 1984, this is 1984 and this is 8. 1985, 9. 1985, 9. 9 is somewhere here between 8 and 10. So 1985, here 9. Okay, here somewhere 9. After that 1986, 10. Oh, 1986, 10. So here it's 10. 1987, 11. So here it's between 10 and 12, 11. Okay, 1988, 12. So 1988 would be 12. This way we have got this train line which is going upward. Okay, so this train line is showing that there is increase in the cells in every 3 years. Okay, there is an inclining trend in the cells in every 3 years. So this way we are done with the problem of moving average method, where we have calculated 3 yearly moving average. Okay, in next lecture we are going to see next problem. Till then, stay safe, keep going through the YouTube lecture, keep in touch for clearing your doubts. Thank you so much.